Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. When a team already has a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to focus and easy late in the regular season. Not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Bengals going against the Texans. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a man who played his high school ball just about 30 miles west of here in Katy, Texas. He told us he has 50 friends and family watching this one. It's Andy Dalton.
And if he's got 50 friends and family there, that means he's been very generous on the tickets. Good man, Andy Dalton. And it's hard to believe. Only a 1-year starter in high school, but boy, was that a springboard. Started 4 years in college and has been a starter in the NFL since game 1 his rookie year.
Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Defense showing blitz. Dalton gives to Bernard. Room here to run. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Keith Mumphrey. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Brock Osweiler. Of course, he surprised a lot of people, jumping from Denver to Houston in the offseason. Standing 6'7", he's a big threat.
And he's helping break stereotypes down, because there is a big stigma, or at least there was in the NFL, about quarterbacks being 6'5", that's where they kind of was the cutoff. But at 6'7", his ability to move, nimble of foot, good arm, goes back to his days as a basketball player. You remember, he almost went to Gonzaga.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration. Not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Osweiler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing now. Go down. They got and gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys.
Pro Bowler, two-time All-Pro, Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be fourth down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And he gets it away, a direction kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And last time out, they got scored against. Their offense hasn't given them any help to this point, so maybe they need a stop here.
A stop obviously would be nice, not critical at this stage of the game, but one of the things that you want to find out from your defense, are you really ready to play? They have a little bit better spark, a little bit better bounce in this series.
We'll see if they have that. We'll see if they have that spark and that bounce right here. He's going to be taken down here at about the 10. A gain of 3, second down. And here are the starters. Charles, what are your thoughts on Jeremy Hill?
He provides a thump in this offense. A great runner who goes inside and establishes a tone for his team.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
When I watch Brian Cushing play, sometimes I feel like he's playing in the wrong era. Brian Cushing wanted to be back there when the men were men and just mixing it up. This guy lives to find ball carriers.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Third down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man. Boyd. Team.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allow that opportunity to drive it up.
First and 10 for Dalton. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Another look for Dalton on second and 10. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. 11 yards for number 11. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Bernard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way. This one's going the other way.
Now the Bengals defense readies as they head onto the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now for Miller, and room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Now Osweiler on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the Bengals. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Osweiler now to throw on third down. He finds his target, Fuller. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They snap it at 1. Now it's Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. That throw good.
Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from pretty good.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out here in the eye.
Green 39! Green 39!
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Set! Green 39! Green 30! Over!
Throwing, Osweiler. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it
Throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And the result, a Houston touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now. Reception. Are you a little bit more cautious? Are you a little bit?
Really didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Pick up a 4, and it'll bring up second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. So 1 quarter in the books here on Christmas Eve. 7-all is the score. We're back to Houston in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run again with Bernard. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Carry for Bernard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's going to have a first down as he's... They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be 3 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now
Zebra!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
it's nice to give them credit, isn't it?
Opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now out comes Houston. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Following the fumble recovery, he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now after that last play, the Bengal down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Over!
Lamar Miller. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. In over the middle. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This is Miller looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end.
I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
Let's go! 319! 319! 319!
Now Osweiler on second down. For the catch made by Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Leopard! Leopard!
On second down, here's Osweiler. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now to throw on third down. And he finds his man Griffin. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas. Find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
From the red zone now. Here's Osweiler on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now. Again, Osweiler. It's incomplete. But it's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that takes us from second to third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing again, Osweiler. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 14th touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct.
The plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky. He went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's got now a pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Ready to see what they can do here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with the ball, to put it mildly, now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Timeout. At halftime, Larry Ridley will join. Oh, thank you. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's got his man here. They'll get 15 yards out of it.
Times we see it, still get a kick watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But it always that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do for these situations. First down.
And build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's no escaping this time as he'll got him for a sack. The time All-Pro J.J. Watt there to bring him down, and that is 17 for him now here. And he avoids the target and has it over the middle. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Nice completion. Charles, you work TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Now Bernard into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now here's Mumphrey. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. On our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have arguably played well enough, but you see the score in real. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Bengals opening up on offense. Bernard's going to look for space, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown as they put the first points on the board. They take it at the 33-yard line. Dalton's under pressure and will throw the pick. Pleasant is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense out now following the INT. Griffin's wide open here on the catch, and this play will go for 6. We're brand new at 7. Now 2nd and 8. There's going to be a fumble here. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Hopkins is the target here, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Texans is up now by 7. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second half begins with a run from Miller. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So incomplete on first. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
3rd down now following the run.
Leopard! All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. Caught left side, Hopkins. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Take possession. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It's second down. Dalton looking. Green with a catch left side. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In today's football, where we and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big...
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Brian Cushing, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Dalton throwing on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Still 9 yards to go on third down. They send Green to the left on his own. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton, he sets to fire deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Mumphrey now on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans take possession. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of, great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, you feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. Now Osweiler on the right.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route spread off. In the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Over!
The play clock's running down. Now a handoff to Miller. Lamar Miller. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of bolts of lightning are whoosh, and off he goes.
Novak to tack on the extra point. Touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the Cincinnati. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down, Dalton. And that one got tipped. 3rd.
Much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Offense.
Football, and here's a free kick. Here's Mumphrey. Whoosh. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They begin with a run by Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Good! All right, now, over! Let's go! Blue, land it!
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any way. Short.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Texans defense heading back out now, ready to get their cracks again. They got the safety last time. Those are ones that don't happen every week. So, Charles, I would imagine that can be a big rallying point for a unit.
Oh, no doubt about it, because right now they've kind of come together, and you can see it. They're an attacking, marauding band of brothers that are making big plays out there.
Marauding?
You like that one, huh?
Is that a word? Seriously?
And SAT prep.
Wow. That's it. I won't give my score. All right, here they go. They're going to try to maraud again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Now a handoff. And it's third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Defense does their job here, and now for the punter and this special teams unit, a nightmare. You're snapping from your own 1-yard line.
And that job they did, no leverage for the offense. They got underneath, held their ground, so now they're trying to punt it away. If you're the punter, what's the first thing? Don't step out the back of the end zone because then you give up a safety.
Yeah, you got to remember to catch the football first, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That does come into play, doesn't it?
That's taking it around the 40. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. First and 10. Now at Lamar. A little bit. Now you look at the numbers. That's kind of flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And his offensive line has really started to play well. And the best offensive line coaches that I've ever talked to, when they have great runners, you know what they tell their guys? Relax. You don't have to be perfect. Get as many guys as you can. But if you leave one free, the great runner will either make him miss or go through him. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be so precise. Just go ahead, block some people, try and create some room, and allow him to go to work.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Leopard! Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Miller. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, it's Osweiler. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. This is Miller, complete. And down in 13, number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So they're operating in the red zone. Play clock winding down. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. A big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I mean, they
and now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So the drag route works out there. Defensively, they were in man, weren't they?
They were, and that's really difficult to cover, especially if you're given time to throw the ball. So what you're trying to do is make sure you're at the hip or the upfield shoulder of the receiver and stay aligned with that. You know, kind of Velcro your... Because if you let them inside you and they're running away and you're chasing, they've got all the advantages.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he's taken down the 40. First and 10 for Dalton. And he floats one there, incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. For the offense on 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And in a two-score yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. John Simon in on the stop.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been...
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board. Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. Here's James. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. Completion left side to Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch.
He wiped. Now, the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's Brock Osweiler and the Texan offense getting set to go. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's...
The quarterback, as you know, is usually a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage.
Here we go now. Blue Lady.
Off quickly. Now Miller. He's had a big workload here tonight. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. I'm in on the stop. They come out here in the eye.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Coverage look defensively. They'll run with Miller, and he'll take this in. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Over! Gun! Let's go! 3-19!
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On 3rd down, Miller. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. First and goal here from the 9. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Miller with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They'll make this 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now it's following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
Yeah.
As they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Dalton. Green that time. And now it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Air of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense.
Here we go.
Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Detroit! Gone! No. Check. Patriot!
They'll run it again with Miller. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And Brandon, is really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
This is the running back, Blue. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes turf, they were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we say so.